Hi everyone, my name is Johnathan Ardillian, and today in my service video we're going to cover the truth about a pretty but invasive plant known as Morrow's honeysuckle or Lonicera morrowi. So I'm sure as you've walked our many trails here that we have in Ohio, you've come across a plant that has leafed out early. It has pretty white palish flowers on it and pretty red berries later in the season. At first it seems like a rather harmless plant, but Morrow's honeysuckle actually causes a lot more problems beneath the surface. It was originally brought over here from Eastern Asia as a method of erosion control and landscaping, but it didn't stay put. Now you can find it all across Ohio and many of our native ecosystems, spreading aggressively and damaging our native wildflowers and trees. So first, before we take a look into the two reasons that I have decided to explain about why it spreads so aggressively, let's take a look at Morrow's honeysuckle. So it seems that we've missed its flowers, but these are what the leaves of Morrow's honeysuckle looks like. And actually up here, we have some green berries that have not yet ripened. When these ripen, they obviously will be much bigger and they will have that regular red color that we're used to attributing to a honeysuckle. So now let's actually take a look at why does Morrow's honeysuckle spread so aggressively and outcompete our native plants and wildflowers. So it has to do with two things. The first being known as phenology, which basically refers to the seasonal timing of a plant. So Morrow's honeysuckle leaves out much earlier than our native plants and trees, giving it a jump start to getting started on photosynthesis, and then later at the end of the season it holds on to its leaves longer, giving it just a last little push that gives it the natural edge it has over our native wildflowers and trees. The second reason is known as allelopathy. Some studies suggest that Morrow's honeysuckle actually changes the pH of a soil to make it more acidic, which promotes more Morrow's honeysuckle to grow and inhibits or damages our native wildflowers and trees. This is basically like chemical sabotage for plants. And when that does get out of control, the impact is real. We start to lose some of our native wildflowers and young seedlings for trees can't compete. And then the plants, birds, and animals that need these other organisms and wildflowers also take a significant hit due to the loss of it. So I've seen this many times out on the trails I've walked looking for wildflowers or just taking a leisure stroll. So as everybody goes on, I'd like to encourage you to take a look around when you're walking trails. If you see a plant with pretty pale flowers and red berries that's leafed out early, it might be Morrow's honeysuckle, and that can be a sign that there is a lot more going on underneath the surface that you can't see with your naked eye. Thank you, and have a great day.